Have some frequently asked questions about possible influences on state agencies by other branches of government. How does the governor influence state agencies? Well, obviously, if the agency is within the line authority of the governor, or if the governor appoints the director of the entity, for example, the governor can issue a directive to that agency or the head of the uh, entity, the agency or department. If the governor appoints all or some of the governing board members of an independent agency, the governor can influence these appointees naturally. How does the legislature influence state agencies? Well, there are a number of ways. First, when conferring the power or authority to regulate, the legislature can choose to grant a broad scope of authority or a very limited or narrow grant of authority. Second, a key function of legislative bodies is the role of oversight. Third, through the annual budget process, the legislature can exert influence by providing or removing funding or by adopting budget control language that specifically directs agency or department activities. Fourth, the legislature can hold hearings to review an agency's actions, for example, when they're adopting regulations or implementing or interpreting the law. Fifth, the legislature can direct one of its control agencies, like the state auditor or the legislative analyst, to investigate or audit the agency's actions. Sixth, the legislature can ask the Office of Administrative Law to review any proposed or existing regulations by that entity. Seventh, through the annual budget, the legislature can provide or remove funding or direct agency activities. Eighth, the agencies can be pressured via numerous informal, behind the scenes techniques applied by committees, leaders, or even individual legislators. How do interest groups influence state agencies? The main route is by taking advantage of the extensive opportunities to participate in the formal rulemaking activities. Most interest groups go well beyond simply participating in the rulemaking process. They can and often do resort to the legislative arena in order to influence rulemaking activities. Interest groups may work with the governor as a means of pressuring state agencies to act or not act. Unhappy with a given regulatory action, they can also initiate litigation to challenge an agency's rulemaking activities, and they could try and instigate media attention and press coverage regarding that agency or department's actions.